Hi, it's day 32. I'm in my backyard. Lots of nature, lots of bird sounds, lots of freedom. I wake up and I come sit out here for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and it just takes the selfish part of me away. That part of me that wants to get more, that part of me that needs to be up to date on all the external information or figure out how to do something. I go here and it starts to clear me of that. It starts to remove it. It just sees that those things aren't supported by me going online and doing this more. I was thinking about how this is my backyard, and also this. I'd love to show you this too. This is my backyard, and also this is my backyard. All of these mountains, all of this. Now, that's all my backyard. I'm not saying I own it, because this isn't about ownership. That's all of our backyard. That's all of our backyard. That is hiking trails for miles, completely open to the public. And no one's ever there. I can go on the longest hikes, no one's there. However, I can go to a Starbucks and I will find lines of people all doing this on their phone, waiting, trying to get the next thing. I can go drive by a McDonald's, drive through, there are people doing loops. And then there's also that backyard where the part of you that needs this information can take a rest. The part of you that can stress about you as a separate individual can be removed, so you can start to be in alignment with the whole, where you start to prove to yourself you're okay, and then also really amazing in alignment ideas show up that want you to be in service to this. Then I started feeling even more and more and more as time went on while I was sitting here. I started getting in alignment with what does the world want, and I started realizing from this place, I want to just start buying clothes just from used places and donating my clothes to used places, especially the ma and pa ones, more than the Goodwill. Because there's all these things out there that train us that who we are is our image, and our image is based on, do you have the trendiest, or do you have, I don't know, the stuff that everyone's talking about on the red carpet, which is really just people trying to get you to think that's what matters so that corporations can sell a lot while they keep pillaging the earth so that they can make you think that you need to get more and more and more so that you look good to other people. Meanwhile, that's not what the earth wants, because we're hurting the earth to do that. And we're also just allowing this not self-sustainable model to continue. And there's a part of me that goes, who's in service to the world? And who's a ma and pa store that is helping people get clothes for cheaper while not having to make new clothes? Then I just realized that's also just way cheaper, and you could make it trendy instead to do stuff that's sustainable to the earth. Do stuff that doesn't cause more and more hurting of the earth and more creating the belief for people that who they are is their image based on how trendy they look, or do they have on, the right makeup, and do they look exactly like this perfect magazine body. Of course we're going to be upset. We're trying to get ourselves to places where we think who we are is an image that the world sees versus who we are is what Earth sees. Who we are is what the planet sees, and the planet loves you for real. It doesn't love you if you're 26, 34, 36, or whatever the numbers are in the song Brick House. It doesn't love you only if you have the right makeup on, or if you look perfectly fit, or if you're the trendiest person, or you have the Louisest Vuitton bag. It just loves you. It doesn't care about any of that. And that's the real truth of life. It just loves you, period. And you can rest in it, and you can sit in it, and you can actually feel the morning when you sit here, mourning, coming out of you that says who you are is some person that's separate that needs to get and manipulate and trick people into thinking that you are better than them or you are number one, and constantly be in the struggle to make more and more and more happen, versus understanding that everything is already happening if you just would sit and surrender. I have just this fantasy of one day those hills being full of people, and they're not doing this, and they're not looking for filling themselves up with sugar lattes and all this different stuff that's not sustainable for their body too, while hurting themselves and then making themselves sicker and going to hospitals. Like, that does a lot of stuff for you. That can heal you. Yes, we still need some of those other things, but we don't need to make them the priority. I just want to offer you the reminder that you could start the habit right now of waking up and being with something that's actually trying to self-sustain, that you don't have to distract yourself from, and go for a walk and listen to animals and listen to silence and listen to that scared you and watch it fall out of your chest, and then watch what you are on the other side. Let's make that trendy.